what is the bottomless pit? Is the bottomless pit the same as where those who don't know Christ are kept? Jesus told the story of the rich man and Lazarus, and some being in comfort and others being in torment. And so then he descended and ascended, leading a host of captives out of captivity. And so there's a place where those who don't know Christ are in a holding place right now. Is that the bottomless pit? The Bible also talks about angels who didn't keep their proper dominion, who get sent to the pit. When Jesus approached the man that had the demons of Gadarene in him, the legion, the man ran to him and said, "What do I have to do with you? Are you going to send me to the pit before my time?" There is a place that God sends, I don't want to say naughty angels, there's a place that God sends bad fallen angels that are worse than any other angels. They don't keep their proper place. There's some guidelines that God allows fallen angels, demons, to operate here on earth. And if they don't operate within those confines, then they are sent to a pit. Is this the abuso? That's the Greek word for here, which means, again, depthless. And how could you have a bottomless pit on the earth? Because God can do anything, and God can make a bottomless pit inside of a globe if God wants to do that. You say, how does that work? I don't know. But God can do it, because God can do anything. Do we think this bottomless pit is on the earth? Yes. There's a literal place today, maybe camouflaged, maybe covered up, but there's a place that will be opened up, and this smoke is going to arise out of it. So people will ask, is this literal? Is it a literal pit? Yes. Again, because God can do anything and make a bottomless pit, and it's opened up, and these locusts come out of this pit. Are these locust scorpion things, creatures, are they spiritual or are they natural? Are they creatures that fly like a locust and have stingers like a scorpion? Or are they demons that manifest themselves with a body with the wings like a locust and a tail like a scorpion? The answer to that is, I'm sorry to say, we don't really know. I find that most people will reference them as demons, coming out of the abuso, that they would be demons. I'm not so sure. To me, they seem more like creatures. I'm not going to make a stand one way or another, but it is interesting enough to look at. They do come out of this bottomless pit. Is this bottomless pit hell? Is it the place of the dead that don't know Christ? Is it the prison for angels who did not keep their proper place? Let me read you a few verses, just 3 verses, on these angels that did not keep their proper place being put into prison. It says in 1 Peter 2:4, "For God did not spare the angels who sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved in judgment." And so the word for hell here is Tartarus, which isn't Gehenna, the normal word for hell. So there are angels who sinned, probably the angels of Genesis chapter 6. I am of the opinion that those are the sons of God there are not the line of Seth. Not the line of Seth, but the sons of God there are literal angels who did not keep their proper abode. Jude 1:6 says this, "And the angels who did not keep their proper dominion, but left their own abode, their own home, their own place, he has reserved in everlasting chains under darkness for the judgment of that great day." So there's some place that angels are put where they are kept in chains. 1 Peter 3:19-20 is the most convincing for this being the before the flood, the event before the flood. It says, "By whom also he went and preached to the spirits in prison, who formerly were disobedience, when once the divine long-suffering waited in the days of Noah. Now we know these spirits were disobedient in the days of Noah, while the ark was being prepared, in which a few, that is 8 souls, were saved through water." So you've got these demonic beings that are being held. And so some believe that when this pit is opened up, that these demonic beings that are in chains are unleashed on the earth in the form of these flying locust scorpion things that we find here in this chapter. Maybe it is the same place. I don't know. But it doesn't say that. And so I'm hesitant to say that's exactly what it is. So what do we know? We know that a fallen angel is given the keys and opens up the bottomless pit. We know that smoke comes out of it, and out of that smoke come these locust scorpion creatures that torment men, as we're going to see, for 5 months. Now, Revelation 20, 1 through 3, talks about the bottomless pit again. It says, "Then I saw an angel coming down from heaven, having the key to the bottomless pit, and a great chain in his hand. He laid a hold of the dragon, the serpent of old, the devil, Satan." No question, this is the archenemy of God, right? "And bound him for 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal on him, so that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years were finished. But after these things he must be released for a little while." So this same pit that the locust scorpion creatures come out of is now the holding place for Satan during those 1,000 years. So maybe this is the pit that they're held in. It doesn't mean that it's the extra bad demons being released upon mankind. These could be literal creatures that are in the bottomless pit, which would make it a particularly horrible place, I might think, even for demons. Revelation 11:7 tells us this: "When they finish their testimony, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit will make war against them, overcome them, and kill them." These are the two witnesses, and the beast arises out of the bottomless pit. So the Antichrist has his beginnings in the bottomless pit. It won't be too long until we're in Revelation 11, and we'll be talking more about the Antichrist in his beginning, but those are the other places that we find the bottomless pit.